Okay guys, this is Matthew Thompson again, videoing for Steve Webb Models and Hobbies. I broke it. This is kind of seems to be a part of the RC hobby, is you go out, you drive things around, you make mistakes, you have accidents, and it breaks. And in the words of RC Sparks, if you didn't break it, you ain't doing it right. Well, I'm not sure how right I was doing this. I actually had a bit of a transmission issue. Lost a range on the controller and it went into a curb at full pelt. Broke steering hub and a hub carrier here. Now this is something when I first got my Savage XS, I took it out and in 15 minutes I broke it. I broke a drive cup. And I was like, oh my god, oh no, I've broken it. And then I ordered spare parts online and I got them pretty soon and I fixed it. And I was quite amazed that I managed to fix something, but then I realised it was an essential part of the hobby and actually quite rewarding, working it out, taking things apart, rebuilding them and fixing them. And now I'm pretty confident I could have a car like this. I could take the whole thing apart, possibly without the instructions, and rebuild it. So, got the car, got a few tools here, towel to work on so I can see what I'm doing, a little box to put screws and stuff in, and some spares. So I'm actually going to do this without the instructions. I'm just going to see how it goes. I'm pretty sure I can work it out. So let's go. I might speed up some of this if it gets a bit boring. Leave that for a bit. Okay, let's take these off. I can leave that on there. Leave that on there. Stay. Okay, looks like we need a little pin for that, so I have to go and get one. This stuff is not too complicated. Don't know where that came from. I don't have any real specialist tools for this, just some cheap stuff I got from the shop, but we'll see if you want to get fancy stuff, that can all help. Okay. These can be a bit difficult to get out. There we go. This is the broken parts. I just need to get a pin to poke that out. All of this, I don't know how to do it initially. I'm just working it out, kind of based on a little bit of experience, but also just seeing what attaches where and trying to do the minimum, take apart the minimum you need to take apart. There's no point in taking these off, so taking these suspension arms off when you don't need that. So let's get something for that. Does that work? Okay, it tends to be these pins just slot in place, so once you get them moving they're fine. Okay, so the stuff we broke, let's get some of this out. This Careful not to slice your fingers. Spare parts for this seem to be pretty cheap, which is a good thing. Where on earth do these go? Okay, that's interesting. I don't think I have these little plastic tubes. Guess they go in there. Well, they don't seem to be already on the model, so that's fine. Yeah, spare parts seem to be pretty cheap. One thing I would say with vehicles you might be bashing around or hitting things is I think it's always worth getting pre-ordering spares. The steering hubs, the hub holders, if they, depending how separate they are, and the front suspension arms. These seem to be the things that in my experience break. Came out there a little screw. And they're usually not too expensive on these kind of budget models. Maybe again suspension, shock absorber, the ends of the shock absorbers, but those few parts of the front are well worth getting in advance if you think you're going to be doing a lot of bashing and jumping and stuff. And I'm back. Had camera battery issues, so I got everything organised, ready to put back together. So I should be able to do this bit pretty quick. Let's go. So I think this is called the hub carrier. Put the pin in, line it up, slide that in. Got the wee screw here. Check this is the right way around. I got this wrong before, so yeah, screw that in place. There we go, hand tight, that's pretty good. So I'll put the bearings inside the new hub first, and new hub, just check that will go on right. Looks good to me. Got these little, I've worked out these are on the other side as well, little metal tubes that keep the hub spinning nicely. Try and get them in place. Okay, that should be good. So you can still fold that out and get the CVD joint, CVG thingy in. So line that up, screw in place. It's all a little bit of trial and error, getting it in the right place. In. Just check, check midway through, that seems to be right. Screw these nice and tight because the I presume the metal posts, metal tubes keep it moving slick. And then it goes a bearing. Leave that out for now until I put the wheel back on. Line up the other side. There. Go. See, that is a little bit stiff, so I'll just ease off. Just undo them slightly. There we go, that's moving a bit better now, cool. Probably check before I put everything back together just to make sure it's not too loose. Put the whatever these are called, axles and stuff in, put the wee pin in, turn that so it's not going to slide straight out. Some of these things can be a little bit fiddly, but there we go. And check that's right. Into there. I guess so. Just going to very gently hold this so I don't damage the thread. Pull that snug on there, that's cool. So, should be able to put this, just turning that so I can get it, there we go, in. And I'll put this one on first because that'll hold it in place. Get in, get in. I think this one can be pretty tight because it's got like a ball at the end. And the steering one, check, steering's on the back of those two holes, again kind of adjustable steering thingy. Hold it in place. Usually when you do this, screws kind of ping out, go everywhere. Just takes a little while. Screw that in nice and firm. Let's see, how is that? Looking good, that's looking good there. Wheel back on. And tight. Right, let's test it. Battery in, power is already on, controller on. There we go. As good as new, steering works all nicely. If I find these working loose, I can tighten them up. Everything's all in place. And there we go. So it's about 15-minute job at most. Repaired it, learned how everything goes together on here. No particular tricks on there, but that'll be ready for another run. I do want to try and see if I can get some kind of bumper in here. I'm not sure how that's going to work. It is quite a blunt end, easy to kind of take impacts. If it had a bumper kind of came out maybe like that, it would certainly take a bit of the force out of it. There we go.